Good evening, everyone. It's your guy Tyrus the Warlock here. I'm just gonna come out and say it, man. You conservative guys, y'all can't stay on business, man. You say one thing, do another, right? You say you believe in one thing, act another way. Just like Taco Trump. Say one thing, then you backtrack and you pretend like you never mentioned it to begin with. Guys, I'm not even sure if I want to tell y'all about Project Freedom that Donald Trump announced, because I swear to God, in less than 3 days, it's already done and over with. He already announced that he paused it. So I don't even know if it's, you know what, just to keep the updated, sure. Guys, it's the Project Freedom was supposed to be, again, guys, supposed to be this program where the US Navy started would escort the oil tankers through the Strait of Hormuz. And yeah, guys, that plan went to shit quick, right? Trump is once again talking about, oh, they're close to a deal. That's why he paused it. But, so is there still a blockade, but there's not really a blockade. Uh, yeah, guys. So we got that crap going on. I don't know if you guys have heard the Hanta virus. I don't We got 3 people that have lost their lives due to this new virus on this cruise ship. So yeah, that's a thing. And it seems like this virus is only getting worse. By the way, speaking of viruses and diseases, we got a mini outbreak of the measles and all that shit due to the anti-vax people. So diseases that were once an almost non-existent problem in this country are making a comeback uh thanks to RFK Jr. and all these the Maha movement. You guys are really tanking the country. You guys have it's like you guys are going out of your way to just screw us over, man. It's almost impressive. Almost. You know what I mean? We just guys, we got a problem, a growing trend across the world right now. Let me tell you how disliked we are as Americans. Overseas, for like American tourists, these places are starting to charge like a cover charge if you're American. In some places up to like $300. And for really very few reasons, except they just don't fuck with us like that anymore. Right now. Right? Like, guys, overseas, man, for the longest, at least American tourists, people traveling, you get the kind of silly American, kind of naive, but they're really nice kind of people or whatever. Now, bro, we don't get that benefit of doubt anymore. Yeah, I was reading on the Guardian, the Mexico's nightclub $300 cover charge for US citizens. And it's a growing trend for cover charges specifically for Americans in some of these big locations, especially around spring breaking time. And so I want all my fellow Americans, regardless of who you voted for, to understand, because when it comes to international travel, these are our leaders, whether we like it or not. These are the policies that are in place, whether we voted for it or not. And as such, whether we're Trump supporters or not, we are going to receive the fucking backlash for all the stupid shit going on. All right. Because whether we support it or not, guys, our money has been used to fund Israel. The Greater Israel Project has been used to bomb multiple countries repeatedly. Obviously, this war in Iran. Obviously, it is called a global inflation spike. So something that was supposed to be regional wars affecting everybody. And again, this didn't have to happen. I wanted to talk about Taco Trump. We're going to kind of be bouncing all over that. But honestly, guys, like, it just really, the cover charge that other countries are charging American tourists, American citizens, guys, that really speaks to the bigger problem, because we're not just going to wash that off. Y'all know that, right? Regardless of what happens in 2028, which, let's be clear, that's still a long freaking way away. Regardless of what happens in 2028, we're not just going to wash that off, guys. Right? Because the world is going to go, okay, what happens in 2032 when you dumbass Americans decide to vote in another version of Trump? Right? Because let's be clear, Americans, right now, we don't even trust ourselves. So I really hope there's not going to be anybody coming up arguing, or I mean, you can try, but arguing that somehow the disdain for Americans overseas is somehow undeserved. It's very much deserved. We went out of our way to earn the disdain our fellow earthlings have for us. Never mind the diplomacy we just threw out the window for countries maybe we weren't friendly with, but we were trying to. Guys, we're literally shitty ass friends. You know what I mean? Like, y'all understand that we're the friend that seems to be able to talk shit to all the homies, but he can't talk shit to the actual ops. When the actual ops roll around, I ain't got shit to say like that. Right? Like, Trump is threatening it constantly got nothing but smoke for our allies, for NATO, for other countries around the world. I mean, really, Greenland, guys, the smoke that he's had for our own allies, he still ain't matched that smoke for Kim Jong-un. He still ain't matched that level of heat for Xi Jinping. He still, y'all know, ain't come near matching that level of smoke for Vladimir Putin. But he got smoke for all the people that's supposed to have our back. None your business 33, thanks for joining us. Trump is called such a shit show. I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Seriously, man, things are messed up. Nunya, I agree. I'm still grappling with everything, trying to wrap my head around like what the hell's happening, because I had said, me and Anton has said it before, man. At this point, Nunya, there's dystopian universes that I rather be in than this current timeline, because it just sucks. You know what I'm saying? I have seen such decline in just common decency and good manners toward one another in the United States. It's really become very much noticeable. This is an evolution. I don't know if this is, how they got the term for economics, like late stage capitalism, stuff like that. I don't know if this is late stage rugged individualism, right? We've had that crap, but that really popped off under Reagan. Again, guys, like you could blame the British Empire for a lot of shit. I blame Republican Jesus Ronald Reagan for a lot of shit. That rugged individualism has evolved. You see, Nunya, it's not just good enough to try to isolate yourself from your fellow American. You need to actively look down upon them. That is how we as a collective now get our self-worth, is how much better we have it toward one another. Look, we don't even compare ourselves to like third world countries anymore. We legit compare ourselves how much better we got it toward our fellow American. That sound like a nation, Nunya? That sound like a nation of people? Anton, I see you in the building tonight, man. What's going on? None yet. So the leader of our country is an example which the citizens are now feeling they can behave in such manner, which is such a disgrace and sadness. Hey, and we collective, y'all. You know I'm not a Trump supporter. You know I ain't vote for this shit. I definitely voted for Kamala. I definitely voted for the lady with the awkward laugh. Um, but we cannot let our fellow Americans run from this. As a collective, we went out of our way to get this leadership, right? We went out of our way to really just we decided that the businessmen knew more than the subject matter experts they hire to make big time decisions in their own business. You see what I mean? Like, think about it. For example, the EPA, we have climates. We used to have really good climate scientists, really good, like real doctors, real engineers, real people who knew what the hell they were doing. And you know what we said? You know what we as a collective did instead? We said, nah, the oil companies, them executives, let's let them run the EPA. The ones who have no intentions on enforcing any sort of climate type of rules, because guess what? It affects their bottom line. And so what's crazy, guys, is like when you look at all the studies that these corporations like the oil companies have done, they go and hire these scientists who tell them straight up, yo, this is a problem. And this is what the impact's going to be here in the short term, here in the long term. And the oil companies go, hey, thanks, and did the exact opposite anyway. Right? So we got a twofold problem of we don't listen to the experts, our elites don't listen to the experts like that. And then we at the, I guess, the middle lower level, right? We decide to somehow think that the CEOs and executives are more credible than, again, the people who they hired that are experts in the actual field. It's just we've decided as a country that us dumbing down was for the betterment, and look where that's got us. And what MAG has been going on, what, 2015, 2016, about a decade, guys. Look where that's got us, man. Let's see, we got Aaron. We didn't really have much of a choice, did we? Yes, we did. We're Americans. We got freedom and liberty, which means we had a choice, right? Nick Piper, Democrat men are pathetic, bitch-made pussies. Is this coming from the Republican Party who whines about like women all fucking day? Like, you guys are so pathetic that you have to make laws to control other people because, let's be clear, you Republican men, nobody wants to listen to you, right? People have to be forced to follow your leadership, Nick Piper. You understand that? The only way you guys really gain power is you gotta cheat, you gotta rig the system. You know what I mean? You gotta play all these stupid ass games. Nunya had mentioned the voting rights crap in Louisiana y'all just pulled. Right? You guys are fucking pathetic. Right? You Republican men, by the way, a bunch of fucking babies. Because now y'all doing the most, you guys led by conservatives, like conservative beliefs and all that nonsense. You guys fucking replaced yourselves. You guys did all this dumbass, man. We being replaced. The white guy, the white conservative guy that looked just like you fucking replaced you. Happily. Y'all know that, right? Like, guys, y'all know that the Republicans, that spend billions on lobbying. Those corporations are led by Republican men who are just like you. And those factories are owned by Republican men who look just like you. And them shits got shut down by Republican men, and you got fired by Republican men who look just like you. That's what's fucking pathetic, because all of that is true and you'll still bootlick them. You'll still sing and dance for your corporate slave master. You know what I mean? Like you'll do all this other freaking, you'll do all this dancing for daddy, because at the end of the day, Republican men are the very beta males you guys whine about. Man, oh boy, I got a lot of people up in the joint. None your business, Warlock, Tyrus the Warlock. Yeah, I mean it's been like that for weeks now, man. Let's see, Mike Turner. The factories got shut down by the factories got shut down by Democrats' tax program and illegal migration. You idiot. Guys, when you refer to somebody as an idiot, you really need to make sure that whatever you're citing is accurate. The factory started getting shut down in the early 70s and accelerated in the 80s, right? Our factories were already starting to go overseas under Nixon with China, right? Especially with when Nixon, hey, shout out to him, by the way, who created the EPA, right? And then under Reagan, who cut taxes so goddamn low that he ended up having to raise them back 9 times, because that's how much of a deficit he blew into our budget, right? That accelerated under Republican leadership. And by the way, you know who hires illegal migrants the most? The very Republican men who own these goddamn farms in the first place. You're the fucking idiot, Mike. Like this is just some brain dead shit. And by the way, guys, keep it coming. You guys come at me in the chat, I'm gonna come at, hey, this is our relationship, guys. But hey, bro, this was a brain dead take. Mike Turner, you need to know that. You know what I mean? And so, but here we are, guys. Right? Right. Mike Turner's back in the chat saying you're a lying moron. Meanwhile, the president is going to pull probably another crypto rug pull, and Mike's going to be all over that shit. You know what I mean? We got Adrian up in here. So you would rather a party that steals from children? The Republican Party canceled child cancer research. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. You know, I'm all over the place. So hospice patients, daycares, hospitals are shutting down under Republican leaderships right now. Autistic children and anything else that can get their grubby hands on. The Republican Party, the main reason why we've had a lot of our healthcare institutions shut down. Again, going back to Ronald Reagan, that he started when he was governor of California. He brought that crap to the national stage as president, and we had an increase in acceleration in the mental health facilities shut down. Republican leadership. So please stop all this damn whining. By the way, Republicans, stop all this whining about shit that you're just going to turn around and call socialism anyway. Adrian and Mike, just stop. Because the moment we go, yeah, we need to invest in those things. All you fucking commies, all you fucking socialists, you want to spend more government money? You fucking Marxists, shut up. You're just going to bitch and moan about the investment into your fellow Americans anyway. Like, Jesus Christ, man. This is what this, and again, this just goes into the whole element that, again, you guys don't practice what you preach. You guys always go, you can't be taken at your word. You always renege on your word. Nothing can't be taken at contracts, nothing. Because you guys don't stand for shit. You stand for whatever, oh, my bad. You stand for whatever Daddy Trump tells you, which he don't stand for shit. You know what I mean? We got Lupe in the building. Appreciate it, bro. Hate. You goddamn right. I hate the guy currently covering up the sex trafficking of minors. Yes, Lupe. That's kind of a great reason to hate somebody, don't you think, Lupe? Adrian, food for the future, more like steal from the future. Yeah, like the tech bros, the Republicans that bent the knee to Trump and are currently stealing our data and then making us pay for the data that they stole from us and trained their AI models on. Like, bro, like we can do this all day, bro. If you really want to get roasted all day, you can be my guest. Glenna, Democrats suck. Yeah, sure. So do the Republicans. Adrian, man, the truth hurts. Hit them with the truth and they lose their shift. Lefty losers losing it. Didn't you clowns get busted for falling for an AI model MAGA influencer? That's how fucking much of a loser you conservative Republican men are. You could put, that just speaks to emotional immaturity, a lack of dick discipline, just overall, just a goddamn shitty ass loser. Like that you really fall for the easiest fucking bait, like AI models on Twitter and shit like that. People been calling y'all out all the time. You see all y'all losers all up in the comment section with your fire emoji. And it's clearly some AI model, but it instead y'all guys defended it and then doubled down. And then Republican men, I'm better than you because I actually like real women. Okay, let's go ahead and start there with the baseline. I'm better than you because I actually like real women. I don't like AI models. Okay. Benjamin Hardesty says, it was Biden that didn't release the files. He had them for 4 years. Bro, this is some fucking, you guys are going to be on cope all night. You guys are going to be coping all night, guys. Epstein was arrested in the summer of 2019. Epstein died, I believe, September 2019. Donald Trump was president 2019. He had handpicked FBI, handpicked DOJ, Attorney General, handpicked CIA, handpicked secretary, handpicked cabinet. He had the files for a whole year and a half. Why is it like, what is up with you Republicans and these weird timelines you guys like to start? Nunya, I'm sorry, but I got time today. Like I am going to go over these topics, but I'm going to do both. Unfortunately, I'm going to do both. So if that's too much for you, sorry. Respectfully. But yeah, so what's up with you guys' timeline? Again, you Republican men you do the same thing with Iran. You do this crap where you like to start the timeline in 1979 with that revolution, but you don't start the timeline in 1953 when America started the coup in Iran in the first time. Right? And so now you guys try to start the timeline with Joe Biden instead of starting the timeline when everything went down under Donald Trump. But we know why you guys avoid the timeline, right? Because unfortunately, then you got to acknowledge who the guy in charge was when everything went down. And we know you guys don't like doing that because when it comes to MAGA or when it comes to Trump, it's always someone else's fault. Ain't that right, Republican men? It's the party of pick yourself up by the bootstraps is always blaming someone else for Trump's screw ups. Let's see. We got MK Ultra Instinct, MAGA 2028. Good God. You can't even define a woman. Mike Brand, what is a man? Benjamin, wait, do you know what a woman is? Do you know what a man is? The Pizzagate deniers. So we got MK Ultra. You Republican men will go to a random ass pizza parlor with no basement, waving your AR-15 around. But you won't go wave your AR-15 around in these Republican men's faces now that you found out that a lot of them are in the Epstein files. Right? Like, I wonder how many of these Republican men went up to the Victoria's Secret CEO Wexner or the Abercrombie and Fitch CEO. All them dudes that got busted sex trafficking both men and women. How many rifles did you Republican men wave in their faces? Those men were in the Epstein files, by the way. All homeboys with Donald Trump, all Republican donors. How many fucking rifles did you wave up in their face? How many Victoria's Secret stores did you go up in there with your fucking rifles? I'll tell you, 0. 0. Because you're a bunch of punk ass bitches. All you fucking Republican men are absolutely A-okay with these authoritarian type dudes who look like you, like Epstein and Trump, treading all over you. As long as they tread all over the people you also hate, you ain't got no problem with them taking your daughters and treading all over you and firing taking your job away and screwing up your community and filling up your community with opioids and meth and all this other fucking drugs, just as long as the people you don't like are also getting hurt. Fuck you, better ass Republican men. Screw y'all. You guys and the ideology, you know what got replaced? I have said this before, gentlemen. I have said this before, audience. I really miss my old school white moderate American guys. Right? They were fiscally conservative, socially moderate, socially liberal, but didn't really care much about it as long as it didn't fuck with their cash flow. They was really cool. Them dudes was cool, man. I miss you guys. You know what the great replacement was, audience? The great replacement isn't white people getting replaced. It was their ideology getting replaced. Your typical white moderate got replaced by MAGA. And that's why we're seeing this level of stupidity that we're observing today. That we all gotta fucking deal with today. MK Ultra, you're right on that, bro. I mean, we started another illegal war in the Middle East. We killed a bunch of little girls in a school. We're helping a country that just has beef with everybody in the Middle East. We're $40 trillion in debt. We got an AI revolution coming up, and our leaders have no interest right now in doing anything about it. Yeah, I'm mad, bro. I'm pretty mad at the state of our country right now. The fact that you're not lets me know how brain dead you are. You know what I mean? That's all fake bullshit from the Pizzagate denying. Oh my god, bro. You guys are really on one tonight. Maggot Destroyer, Trump gutted the VA. Yeah, man. Hey, did you see that crap Doug Collins tried to pull a couple months ago when he was trying to they was trying to pass that policy straight out of Project 2025, by the way, talking about like just because even if you're on temporary meds and stuff like that, if you're on medication, that means they're gonna like lower your rating and stuff. And like I ain't never seen so many people. Like shout out to the American people on both sides, by the way, for calling that out. Like I was surprised. But I was surprised that a Republican administration, the support your troops and all this. I'm surprised they would even try that. You know what I mean? Like I'm surprised they would even try to pass a policy like that. But Donald Trump also stole from veteran organizations, so I mean, I guess it's on par with the brand. Aaron, I hope all the Republicans are happy with things right now. This is on y'all. You know what's crazy is, Aaron, they're going to come up here with the cope and say yes, even though we know the answer is no. Right? Aaron, look, like, bro, I haven't seen a Trump flag around here in Northeast Ohio in a hot minute, bro. In a hot minute, dog. Like, people are just, ooh. And guess what, man? Them gas prices suck. You guys know that I typically don't whine about gas prices. Y'all see the cars I got. Like, I got to fill up on premium, whether the gas is high or whether gas is low. But I feel for you pickup truck guys because ain't nobody asked for this bullshit. Even the people with who got to fill up on premium, ain't nobody asked for $6-7 a gallon. For the guys that is 87, 89, your everyday vehicles, because the cars are just A to B. Ain't nobody asked for that's the national average, guys, right now, $4.50 a gallon. The highest, that is now officially the highest since 2022, back when everybody and their mama was whining about Biden and gas prices because of the Ukraine war. You know what I mean? MK Ultra, you said nothing during Biden for 4 years. I wasn't up here during Biden for 4 years. You didn't know me. Like, what the fuck? This is delusional. Like, this is insane. Let's see. We got user. Man, you guys are coming in. I'm trying to get to everybody, bro. The objective podcast. Shout out to you, Tyru. Hey, shout out to you, bro. User Trump says I love the poorly educated. Yep, and these guys are proving them. These guys are really going hard in the paint for him right now, man. It's like roaches for raid, I guess. Black BMU, this is fear mongering. You nah, this is just the truth, man. This is our current simulation. This is the current state of our simulation, our shared simulation together, BMU. And this is crazy. The Objective Podcast. Yo, see you sleepy time videos. We are happy. The border is secure. BORDER SECURE. Okay. And then on top of that, I don't know if you've seen the cartel activity going on, increasing around the border. But look, I'm not trying to poo-poo on everything. But guys, we got huge problems. Ed, you guys see me? Shit. All right, there we go. Sorry. Let's see. Man, MK Instant, bro. What did I say that got you triggered, bro? This don't, bro, come on. So you think COVID was a hoax too? You think all them people that died of COVID, all that shit's a hoax too, bro? Let me, MK Ultra, do you think Sandy Hook is also a hoax? Because you really sound like you on some Alex Jones shit, bro. You know what I mean? Adrian, this is why people voted Trump back in office, because Biden shit on this country. even after giving him a chance, the Democrats show they will only steal if Adrian, multiple people have been indicted for the Electoral College voting scheme where they tried to install fake electoral voters to vote for Donald Trump in the 2020 election. Donald Trump is on record, on recording, asking the state dude in Georgia or whatever to find 11,000 more votes. Like, I don't understand how the blatant evidence of the guys who's cheating right in front of your face, you guys just go, nah, let me try to find it somewhere else. But it's like just like right in front of your face, and you're like, nah. User, oh crap, damn user. I think I might actually have to agree with you or disagree with you a little bit. I'm not sure if Biden was actually better on immigration, bro. I do think that was a little bit that was a botched one. I gotta, I try to be, I'm definitely a liberal, but I gotta call it like I see it, bro. I think he definitely botched major aspects of immigration. I wish he would have followed more of what I know. Obama wasn't perfect either, but he definitely like deported a lot more gang members and things like that, and more again, the numbers were actually lower too with his border costs. I wish Biden would have replicated more of Obama's policies. And so unfortunately, I gotta disagree with that. I think immigration was definitely one that he kind of screwed up. Anton was good, man.
What's going on, Tarus? How's it going?
Good, man. See, hey, they here tonight, bro.
I can see that. I can see that. But the funny thing is, they can talk all they want behind the keyboard, but they don't want to show their face on the camera.
Hey, that's cool, bro. Hey, they know. Hey, the link been dropped, and guess what, man? If they want to continue getting roasted like this, and we going back and forth, we gonna go back and forth, man. You know what I mean? We got oh, what's your thoughts real quick on that Project Freedom? You familiar with it?
Yeah, I heard about that and everything. And I'm sitting here like, he loves to try to paint himself like he's the second coming of the Son of God. Like he really wants to look what I'm doing. He's always been known to manipulate words to where he's never wrong and everyone else is always wrong. He likes to paint himself as the smartest person in the room. And no one else knows what the hell they're talking about. He's always done that.
Real quick, Anton, I have to correct what I stated earlier just to give you better context before you continue. I was incorrect about it being like 48 hours. He announced Project Freedom on Tuesday and then announced the pause the same Tuesday evening.
Now you see why it's called Taco.
There's so much shit that I've been reading that like I think I'm getting like some timelines mixed up or like time frames mixed up. I really thought it was like a couple of days at least. Anton, it was the same fucking day.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. He loves to make it seem like he knows what he's doing. He loves to make it seem like as if he has all the answers. And he thinks he can just, put whatever or say whatever and thinking that the person's going to flinch. He looks at them. It's almost like as if he will say something and make it seem like, yeah, you feeling froggy, then leap. And when that other person, and then when that other side leaves, then it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And then all of a sudden, what does he do? He finds a way to pull out. He finds a way to change course. And then and then instead of just taking responsibility, saying, well, hey, my bad. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see that coming. You know what he does? He blames somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault, never his. It's funny how someone wants everyone to take responsibility for things they do and then some, but he feels he shouldn't have to take responsibility. He would be surprised how much people will respect him more if he just said, okay, I was wrong. Or, all right, my bad. It's been like he's still complaining about 2020.
Yeah.
But the thing, and you know what? You know what would have won him more respect from people if he took the Grover Cleveland approach. Yes, we lost, but we'll be back.
But Anton, he didn't have to, because we look what the American people enabled that shit anyway. We enabled him to do it, but he didn't have to. You know what I mean? He didn't need to try to gain more respect. He got exactly what he wanted anyway.
Yeah, he got a segment of colonizers bowing down to him like he's a deity. The fact that he was not afraid to put out how a lot of colonizers felt about anyone and everyone that was not one of them.
MK Ultra, you voted for Kabbalah. God, guys. You guys' insults are just as bad as Trump's. Because you vote blue no matter who, broke, low IQ, EBT behavior. I don't even know what to say to that, bro. Like, except Donald Trump loves the poorly educated. Bob, only thing Joe did was crap his diaper and I'm guessing he says snort coke.
Well, wait a minute. Isn't dear old Donnie older? Like, isn't Daryl Donnie now has the record for being the oldest president in office now? It's funny how he was able to use Biden's age against him, and now he's the old man in the White House.
Yeah, like they're bragging about passing cognitive tests. And again, you only take cognitive tests if they think you have some sort of brain injury or some sort of trauma or something like that.
Yeah, unless you're dealing with some TBI.
Yeah.
Unless you're dealing with, and I hate to, and as really messed up as this may sound, my sister-in-law before she passed away had to take a neurological exam.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that, Anton, but you would agree that she probably shouldn't be president? You know what I mean? Like, we love our folks, right? We know some real smart people who, if they got some shit going on like that, probably shouldn't be president.
And my thing is, it's not a fun thing to see a loved one who has difficulty with short-term memory. It's not fun to find out that they have swelling on their temporal lobe, and no matter what they do, it's just going to swell up again.
No.
My thing about what 47 is doing, he's doing everything possible to be, revered and honored, and instead of trying to be humble about it, he wants to be bodacious about it. He wants to be braggadocious. He wants to be loud. He wants to beat his chest. He feels like, if you're not talking to me, that's not good. He has to be the center of attention, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent. Like, he has to be, the center of attention, but he doesn't realize at times he's that elephant in the room.
You see, I agree. And to get back on, you can't take this clown at his word. You know that Rubio had recently said, and I quote, "Operation Epic Fury is concluded. We achieved the objectives of that operation." What?
Excuse me? This is a guy who's trying to sound. It's so funny how non-military folk want to sound high speed.
Bro, these clowns, they just not talk. They not talking to each other. And then I don't like none of them clowns in the cabinet, Rubio or Hexef. But
Hexef
Hexef's trash.
Hexef is a shame, is a disgrace to the uniform.
Agreed.
Hexef is a disgrace to anyone that can say that they're a veteran.
But even with the cabinet members, you can only do your job so competently if your boss is constantly changing his mind.
Exactly.
Right? Like, and again, like, these guys are up here trying to make official statements in front of the news cameras. Only for, let's be clear, policy decisions. Now they got to explain whatever fucking Donald Trump fired off on Truth Social.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they gotta work that out into their official statements to the public, only for then Donald Trump to contradict himself. Like that's gotta be insane to work under, man. Unless, of course, you're a corrupt con man grifter yourself, then this is probably fun.
Like I said, ass backwards fuckery. That's what this is. It's like, I mean, to me, I put it like this. After Obama, however you feel about him, it's been a total shit show. The last two people that have occupied the White House have turned this into a total shit show. Whether it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump, they have turned it into a total shit show. This is why you have to have age requirements for positions like this. This is why I feel like, and this is my opinion, this is why you have to make a mandatory retirement age for politicians. This is why you have to have a mandatory retirement age for any elected official, whether it's in the House or the Senate. You have to have a mandatory retirement age for those who are who've been appointed to the U.S. Supreme Court. You have to have a mandatory retirement age. And to me, I feel like the mandatory retirement age should be 70.
Let's see. Maggot Destroyer. Hexef got forced out the military due to sexual assault allegations. And I think he was just like, or I don't want to downplay anybody's service. But biggest thing with Hexef is, again, like, dog, you're in charge of the entire military, and you was what was his highest rank? Major?
I think it was
a captain. Yeah, never in actual command of anything. Like it's a bit much, man.
He probably was what, a company commander, maybe.
Try hard. Thoughts on Nick Fuentes. As far as what, like, do you want my overall thoughts of anything he's been saying recently? Because, my overall thoughts is I don't really know what to think about a white supremacist Mexican. Like, I don't really know what you want me to do with that.
A Latino that thinks like a common.
He's, by the way, another guy who is responsible for this wave of MAGA and is now fucking did a complete 180. But it's already too late. You know what I mean?
Now he's realizing, like,
yeah,
what the hell's going on? It's not just Nick Fuentes. It's Alex Jones. It's Joe Rogan. It's Candace Owens. A good number of people that was riding high on this red cap wave are now looking at it like, what the hell did we get ourselves attached to? Yeah. And the fact that Joe Rogan was not afraid to say this on his own podcast, to saying this, he didn't just say this is not what I voted for. He's looking at like, it's like anything short of I wish I never voted for him, or I wish I never was associated with him.
Well, I just got to be honest because I'm gonna keep this theme on. I'm sorry, Anton. I got to keep this theme. I'm shitting on Trump, and I'm gonna let these Republican guys know about themselves because we got to do better. Um, I'm gonna be bringing up certain articles, Anton, uh, to boost my argument. You know, because this is what's pissing me off. This is why I titled it the way I titled it with Taco Trump, because it's not only the fact that they always renege on the word, but they just ignore everything. Uh, who do you think, if you were to name any place in the world, Anton, what place do you think would experience the first drought so bad that they no longer have fresh water?
What country?
Yeah.
I can think of a few places I can think of a few places in the Middle East.
Mm. Corpus Christi is on track to be the first American city to completely run out of water, as its reservoirs near empty following a 5-year drought. Though nobody can snap their fingers and end the drought, the extremely dry conditions follow decades of warnings that South Texas is posed for a water crisis. Right?
Right.
This gets back to what I was talking about earlier, where the experts, or where all the businessmen and the people in charge have been hired the experts, and the experts have been told them what was coming, and we did absolutely nothing. We got nonstop climate change is a hoax, all this other shit. By the way, Miami is experiencing more and more flooding. The entire South, by the way, is experiencing more and more flooding. New Orleans is starting. By the way, I don't know if I got to find that article again, but there's something going on with New Orleans where there's like a parts of it that now has to be evacuated because it's literally being submerged underwater. Right? And so it's like, and this is what pissed me off, bro, is because our academia, I ain't gonna say obviously they perfect, but again, they study this shit for a living. They told us this shit, Anton. They told us, they told everybody to that this was coming, so we should prepare. We should be doing like those big ass projects the Netherlands and Italy does to keep the water from submerging their cities.
Mm-hmm.
We should have been doing that, but no, that's fucking socialism.
Yep.
That's communism. Let the free market decide. Well, Anton, for decades, the free market decided to do jack shit.
Exactly.
Led by Republican men. Anti-science, anti-climate, anti-government, pro-business, pro-capitalism, and guess what? Corpus Christi and good old red state Texas. Man, Texas is falling the hell apart under Republican man leadership.
And if you don't, and other than the man in the White House, who else this falls on? A gentleman by the name of Greg Abbott, the governor of Texas.
Yep.
That's your job, Governor Abbott. That's your job, Senator Alejandro Cruz.
Sleepy time videos. We should have been at war a long time ago, but no president has been strong enough to get her done. Like Trump.
A sleepy time video. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. The only reason why I think 47 went into Iran and he has this personal beef with the country is because I have a feeling he was going to try to invest in some long-term, he looked at it as a long-term investment. He probably wanted to build a golf course there. He probably wanted to build clubs or whatever. He probably wanted to build some luxury high rises in Tehran. He probably had everything worked out with the Shah of Iran. until a gentleman by the name of the Ayatollah Rulan Khomeini decided to come back and take charge. I would not be surprised if Trump did lose a significant amount of money and trying to invest in real estate in Iran. I wouldn't be surprised. And I won't blame him for being angry. But this has been a thorn in his side for well over 45 years.
Yeah, this is basically an old man with a grudge, an old monarch with a grudge, taking the entire country to war over a personal vendetta. And these motherfuckers thinks that's noble.
An old white man with a grudge.
A personal grudge.
A very personal grudge. And he wants to make it official government business.
Well, and you know what's crazy is you held a grudge all this long and it's not even going in your favor. It's not even working.
No.
You know what I mean? Is that Kamal, the shadow band man? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Kamal. What's good, panel? What's good? This my channel. This your channel, Tarus? Yeah, this Black Man Filters channel. We streaming on my channel as well. I do this pod every week, man. But yeah, I'm the host of this one, so this is definitely my little stream. It's cool, man. Come up here every week at 10. Yo, Anton, I gotta remember to tell people to like, share, and subscribe. I know I'm really bad at that.
Exactly.
I just want to come up here and do what I say we do. You know, we just yap into the ether and go.
If you like what's going on, folks, like that video, subscribe to the channels, share the videos with your friends and family, save it and share it with others on other platforms. If you like what we have to say, even if you don't like what we have to say, go ahead, put it out there. Let people know how you feel.
We got Not a Bot GPT. Sorry guys, like you guys are really coming with it and the chat's really dope. Just a lot of people. We got Not a Bot GPT. Happy 67th day of war in Iran. Yeah, Anton, our 4-5 week excursion is now about to enter week 9.
I thought this was going to be done in like 4 or 5 weeks. That's what I was understood.
Sort of like Vladimir's special military operation in Ukraine was only supposed to take 3 days. It's yeah, guys, we're sleepy time. We know you hate Obama, man. It's pretty. Yeah, we know. We got FK Rainey. It's easy to understand what he does. Look at Obama's work and make a map. He hates Obama. That's definitely part of it. It's definitely multi-layered. There's definitely overlapping reasons.
It's a lot of things. It's the fact that colonizers had their opinion about people like us. Here you have Barack Obama, who shatters their notion of what they think about us, and they don't like it. Because what's the one thing colonizers don't like? Being wrong. And the minute you see someone prove them wrong in so many ways, it's like everything they were told, everything they knew, everything they were thinking and thought, and so on and so forth, everything that they thought or they believed how things were supposed to be was bullshit. And they don't know how to handle it. Now they're shocked.
How am I supposed to interpret this message real quick? I don't want to respond to it the wrong way.
From the race of the people with the perpetual grudge.
I'm gonna let him clarify that, just so I know how to respond.
I think I know where he's going with. Yeah. I'm just keep my mouth shut. I think I know where he's going with it.
Dave O. Black's RV. What like that V shit and
Oh,
I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about.
well, that's a show that came out before your time. The Newcomers.
What's that about?
All right, there was a series that came out back in the 80s called V, and these were the visitors. I'm thinking of Alienation, the Newcomers.
Okay.
And they were supposed to come in peace and so on and so forth, and they found a way to occupy the planet. Now, the thing they didn't know, that a lot of people didn't know, is in coming to Earth thinking that they were here in peace, they were here to basically colonize, enslave all the citizens on the planet, use it for its resources, so on and so forth. But what also made it even freakier was the fact that you looked at them and thought they were human, but didn't realize that when you peeled their skin, they had scales under it. They basically were like lizard people.
Oh, like the lizard people kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's basically what it was, and it's a lot. It's one of those shows from the '80s. It was a very popular miniseries on NBC for a couple of years too, and it was just one of those things you look at, you're just like, wow. And they took joy in eating mice too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, seriously.
That if he wants to go with that, okay. We're the. First off, I appreciate the explanation. Now that you explained it to me, it just made his comment even more dumber. You know what I mean? Boomerang, MAGA is just Scientology for Republic.
What is BMU saying about me? I am in the camera. What the
hell? Yeah, hey, yeah, slide over, bro, before he cuss us out again. Yeah, we always.
I'm right here, BMU. Calm yourself, all right? Calm yourself. I'm right here. See, I'm right here. Okay, calm yourself. My wife moved the camera when she was using the computer. She don't like the camera on and everything else. That's why she thinks. Well, she wants to think what she wants to think, but she don't like when the camera is in place, and she's always taking it down and moving it. And I'm like, you really think that someone's watching? She's like, yeah, somebody's watching. Okay, well, if they're watching, just give them the bird. You know, be like John Malkovich in Red. After he pulled out the pig, what did he do? He put the bird up in the sky, said boop to that. Plain and simple. So to me, if they're watching, they're watching. If they're not, they're not.
Sleepy Time videos with another banger. The Democrats started the KKK and the Republicans set slaves free. Bro, what's crazy is what you just said is true.
Yeah.
And so when the Democrats are the ones trying to take down those monuments, guess which party's doing all the bitching and complaining about it? The Republicans. It's almost as if there was a party swap, an identity swap that happened between the 50s and the 60s that has been well documented by now and has been well talked about by now. And again, if that wasn't true, Anton, as you know, if that wasn't true, Sleepy Time, why is it that Republican men and conservatives who vote Republicans are the ones defending the Confederacy today?
Exactly.
Like stop this shit. Like yes, this like Sleepy Time, that was true in 1860. It's 2026 now. I need you to give yourself a software update. Anton Burns, they wanted to feed on humans. That's the main reason they were there. So now that you're Anton, appreciate you for schooling me on this. This reminded me of a show that came out maybe a decade ago. Morris Chestnut was in it, and it was similar to what you was talking about. Like it was this alien species. They were able to procreate with humans, but it was really like a problem because like I remember like his wife was having a hard time with the pregnancy. She needed more like sodium or something like that because it was, a hybrid baby.
Mm.
That kind of shit. Um
I'm trying to remember what series was that.
I think it was something similar to Visitors. Maybe it was just called Visitors, but like a remake, but I just wasn't sure. Uh yeah, Anton Burns says it's a remix of the 80s that you was talking about. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it was like these like aliens that like the queen or whatever, she really
Oh,
never she
okay.
didn't want anybody experiencing emotion, but then she ended up cracking and she experienced emotion when I think like some of the humans that were rebelling killed all her eggs and stuff like that. And
Yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, it was a remake of the original series.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That's why it sounded familiar now. Okay. That's dope. Yeah, hey, yo, we're gonna be in and out with our sci-fi shit. We're gonna be politics and then talking about sci-fi and then back to politics and then some other shit.
Uh-huh. Hey, Tyrese, I'm gonna post something in the private chat, and I want you to check it out and tell me what you think this word is. All right.
Okay.
And if you want to post it in the chat as well, you can. But I
All
remember
right.
seeing an article about this.
All right, while you're getting that up, dial up. Obama made homeowners into homeless, false, while ruining healthcare for the employed, false. The only good thing about Obama was the racial milestone, false. If you think he wasn't captured, you have Stockholm syndrome, false.
Nah.
I mean, I'm glad you were able to get all those false statements into one chat, though. Appreciate. I mean, that's impressive. But everything you stated in there has been patrio patrimonialism.
Yep.
I've never heard of that. Hold on.
I never heard about it either until I saw an article on it.
Give me a summary of that before I pull it up.
Okay.
Or like in your own words.
Okay. If I remember from when I read the article, patrimonialism is when a leader runs the government as if it belongs to him and does everything that they want because they feel like they can.
Okay. So real quick, I'm gonna touch this comment because he really just tried the whole don't want to touch the comment. First and foremost, the recession started under George Bush when everybody started losing their homes. People started recovering slowly, but started recovering home ownership under Obama. By the way, I bought my first home under Obama. It was fun. There's a whole bunch of good things like the ACA, the Affordable Health Care Act, like the Iranian nuclear deal. Right? Like Obama getting Osama bin Laden. Like there was a lot more than the racial milestone. That's like, yeah, it's cool, but once you get to the position, once you break that barrier, you got to perform. And Obama performed. Like stop this nonsense.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, I mean, I'll address your comment if you really want to get embarrassed in public.
Did you see what Javer King said?
And why Tyrus look like Bam Bam? Anton look like he's still playing with Lego. Bro, why they getting at us, man? Hey, Jay, why you doing us like that?
I have kids and grandkids, so yeah, I play with Legos because I have kids and I have grandkids. Thank you very much.
Aaron, did it start under Bush? Yeah, man. The recession started in, I believe, recession signal started in 06. The official recession started in 07.
George W. I'm thinking of the other recession. I'm going far
back. Yeah, it was good old Junior.
I'm thinking of 41. 41, that's how he lost his seat. That's how he lost his election.
Yeah.
41. I remember that.
I mean, Obama got a shit show. Yeah, he did well, kind of like Bush. He was lied to by his advisors. Cole, you're right. I know this is asking too much. It shouldn't be asking too much, Cole, but I get it. Politicians can't get everything they campaigned on, and you got to cut deals and compromises and all this other shit. Cole,
And that's the thing that's messed up, because I know black people gave Obama or giving Obama a hard time. Why didn't he do this, and this? Because he was not in the position to do that. He had no type of leverage. And unfortunately, when Mitch McConnell was the Senate Majority Leader and he came out publicly saying, my job is to make Barack Obama a one-term president, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, first off, I agree 100% with you. Like, there is a lot of that nonsense. I'm simply saying throughout the 8 years, one of the things I wish he would have done better was drop the hammer on the banks with their fraud and everything, with the recession and things like that. I wish he would have done or tried to do more with the regulatory aspect of that. But again, I understand it's just unique situation.
Yeah, because the sad part about it is, let's be honest.
Oh, Mr. Bean's about to come up here, but yeah, go ahead.
Who did he have to work to show him an example of how to be and how to be in that type of position? No one. Now, yes, he could have gotten in contact with 43. He could have gotten in contact with Clinton. He could have gotten in contact with 41. He could have gotten in contact with Carter. And they could have helped him with a few things here and there.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Who is going to help him on how to be a black man in the White House?
Yeah, for sure, Anton. But I'm just saying, like, there was no one to help him, but he clearly didn't need it. Like, he handled it. And by the way, shout out to Obama, because everybody that was making the racial comments were us and the other side, the conservatives. Obama was not bringing up his race during his 8 years. That was everybody else arguing about his race, especially them Tea Party types
and them birthers. And we all know who started the birther movement.
Oh, the birther movement. Yeah, that's right. Donald Trump himself. Obama's a foreign-born Muslim. I got the evidence. I'm gonna release it any day now. God dang, bro. That's how long they've been falling for that shit, man.
They falling for the banana in the tailpipe.
Aaron, damn, I was fresh out of high school in 07. Yeah, I was fresh out of high school in 05, bro. You was right around the corner from me, man. So, yeah, bro. Aaron, the reason your checks got smaller was because of the good old Republican trickle-down economics, bro. You remember, we was a bunch of debt, the housing bubble popped, and we were in 2 different Middle Eastern wars.
Yep.
Already ran us $2 trillion at that point. Like, we was shit.
Yeah. I was already out of the army by the time 2007 came around. I ETS in 2006.
Yeah, I joined in February 2006. So I
got out in December. I got out in December 2006. Yeah.
Cole says every admin does well as the last one except Trump. He wrecked that shit, bro. I think he was the only president, and I actually don't care about trying to give him the COVID excuse, because he didn't take COVID seriously at first.
Until he got it.
Until he got it, because he was always talking about that shit's a hoax. It ain't real. Oh, we got it under control. No, you don't. And so that's definitely on him. I think he was the only president, or only one of 2 presidents, to ever have a negative job growth rate than when he came in. And that's the Cole point, is that even other presidents, when the economy crashed, they still had positive economic numbers at the end of their term. Trump is the only one who hasn't. And on top of that, Trump right now lost us a trade war his first term, and has lost. Let's be clear, we're losing. We're still in it, I guess, but we're actively losing the trade war we're in now. Right? And so it's just a shit show. Hey, yeah. Oh, Anton, we got a lot of guys up in here. Fellow brothers, man. Cole up in there.
Nice.
Anton, that's not you, right? That's another Anton. Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out. Yep. James Bundy, are you brothers? 100%. Unfortunately, James, unfortunately, bro. Yeah. Hey, James, you know what? If you talk to any of my homeboys, bro, I've been a yapper before the deployments, and now I'm just a mentally disabled yapper now. I'm 100% for combat PTSD, bro. So I just, I got my mental health finally right to come up here and be sort of functional. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, we trying. You know what I mean? William Hendricks. So y'all back that LBGT? Yes, I back my fellow Americans.
I got family that are in the pride community. I'm not gonna try to remember all those letters. So I just say the pride community. Yes, I have family in the pride community. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I back the LBGT. I back my fellow Americans, man. That's not really, that's a no-brainer. Aaron, that's one thing Obama definitely beat Trump in for sure. Y'all the only black pedo backers? Well, all the black pedo backers would be Trump supporters, right? So that's any conservative, because Donald Trump's a pedophile.
And if you actually were paying attention to the show, I shared about a personal situation that happened in my family some time back. And that individual is now a guest of the state of New Jersey. And he has another little less than 2 years before he gets out.
Now remember, Anton, these guys are trolling. They're going to be trying to get under our skin. Don't let them. You get back under their skin. You just need to remind William Hendricks that currently his president, the guy he voted for, is currently covering up the sex trafficking of minors by other pedophiles, because
you mean his daddy?
Probably one.
Oh, you mean his daddy?
Yeah, his daddy. William Hendricks, Obama hung on. Oh my God, dog. That's false. This is so it's just Obama. Oh, Biden. Y'all just be throwing shit. Bro. Hey, Lawrence, what's good, folks? Yo, what's good, bruh? Cole says we ain't talking trans people. You bitches stop thinking about chicks with dicks. Yo, it's Republican dudes who can't stop thinking about dicks. What is up with y'all and thinking about other men all the time and their physical attributes?
Maybe they're in the closet. Maybe those that are killing song, they're in the closet.
Hey, Anton, they said every time the Republican conventions come around, Grindr crashes. So it seems like we got a lot of projection going up in the comment section, dog. I'm just saying.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Bro, we already debunked the KKK Democrat stuff, and William is still pushing. Dog, they don't. Do you conservative dudes ever update the talking points? Or do you guys just, who conservative men are, Anton? Them the fucking losers who can't let go of Windows 98.
Oh shit!
And swear it's still the best. I'm never gonna leave it.
Okay, cool.
God damn, you old outdated dinosaur! Grow the fuck up.
Sounds like you got a pair.
Shit, man. Damn. We got new shit now, guys. It's okay. All right. Look, I get some of you guys are never going to let go of the Linux operating system, but it's okay. Right. Multiple things exist now, guys. We got multiple flavors we can all try. Jesus Christ.
My God.
Oh, man. Oh, Aaron says, what is Grindr? I found out about Grindr, Aaron, when I found out about that crash in the RNC. That's my first time I found out about Grindr. Apparently, it's like a gay dating website.
Like a gay hookup website.
Yeah.
After That's what I heard it was. And I used to drive for Uber, and I had a couple of my riders tell me about it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa.
Alice, what's up, people? Yo, what's good? Let's see. We got Chop Shit. I don't agree with LBGTQ, but I'm a Christian. My Christian values come before anything, and I do as the book tells me, and that's to love everyone no matter what. Chop Shit.
Hey, listen,
Jesus Christ, thank you. Oh, go ahead, Anton. Before I go,
I got nothing wrong. We got to say, okay, cool. You use your faith to guide you. That's what should be. That's what it should be about. The problem is people who want to call themselves Christians like to take their faith and throw it in people's face like they're wrong and they're doing everything perfect. Nah. Use your faith to guide you, the individual. Plain and simple.
Yeah. Yep.
And chop shit salute because that's what you're saying. You're using your faith to guide you, to make you a better person. And ain't nothing wrong with that. The problem is those who call themselves Christians don't live up to what it means, to those traits of what it means to be a Christian. And I'll be honest, I don't use that term. I'll make it official. I'm Roman Catholic.
Not religious whatsoever.
And no wrong with that. My wife was raised Baptist, but she's an atheist. Yeah. I'm Catholic. People wonder, how do you find a way to make it work? We do.
My thing is, Chop Shit. I highlighted your comment because this is one of the old school shit that I'm talking about that I wish we go back to, bro. Like, people are like, yo, I don't really rock with this shit, but whatever, it don't bother me. Don't really bother me. Because at the end of the day, the LBGT, Anton, Chop Shit, did you get divorced from your wife? I didn't. It didn't make me feel like I gotta get, divorced from my wife. You know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like none of my rights are being violated because the LGBT exists, right? The LBGT is not the reason why the potholes are not being filled. You know what I mean? It's not the reason why we don't have universal health.
All the pride community wants is to go about their business, live their life, and that's it. They just want to go about it because my sister's a member of the pride community. All they want to do, a lot of them want to do, is go about their business, live their life to the fullest, and take advantage of anything and everything that they can. That's all.
Yeah, but unfortunately, but that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a movement, the Christian nationalist movement, and I'm glad we got at least it seems like more Christians, more traditional Christians pushing back on that movement. But unfortunately, we got this movement where, again, they're hiding behind this religious dogma, but they're taking that energy to the voting booth. And so now we're not getting things that a functioning government should, because instead we've decided to prioritize culture wars based on religious texts.
You got people who are trying to put the Bible ahead of the Constitution.
Yeah.
Now, my question is this. You want to push the Bible and feel the Bible should be above the Constitution. What about those who follow the Torah? What about those who follow the Quran?
Dude, just keep it on. I agree, but just keep it on Christianity. It's all up in the Bible about feeding the poor.
Yeah.
They don't even want to do that.
To feed the poor.
They don't even want to do that.
To feed the poor, to take care of the sick, to care for the elderly. Last I checked, the fourth commandment, everyone says, honor thy mother and thy father. What people don't realize is honor thy mother and thy father, and you shall live a long and prosperous life.
Nope.
That's the thing people don't get. They love to call themselves Christians, but how many people actually put those things into practice to better themselves and to better others at the same time?
Yeah, and look, if you call yourself a practicing Christian, you told us, your fellow Americans, there's a standard we can all look at that you're supposed to live up to.
Exactly.
I need my fellow religious people of all faiths, but the majority religious demographic in this country is Christian.
But you know what?
So I need my fellow, if you're gonna identify as a Christian, at the very bare minimum, God gave you 10 commandments. He gave you a lot of commandments, but he said, here's 10. Here's 10 that you guys can follow, and you'll be pretty much good in life if you do that. And most of you Christians in this country can't even do that.
And here's the funny thing about it. You have people who call themselves Christians, but don't know what's another name for the 10 Commandments.
I mean, yeah, I agree. And
It's
so,
funny. It's funny how people could say they read the Bible, but yet don't know what's the term for the first 5 books of the Old Testament.
because it's more of an identity label. Like we definitely use it. Christians in this country definitely use it as more of a tribal label, right? And unfortunately, guys, I just really got to call a lot of you Christians out. Again, your religion is really based on convenience. You really only care about your religion when it's time, when it's used as a weapon to discriminate against someone else.
Exactly.
When it's time to actually, again, you call yourself a Christian, you've told us we know what the standard says you're supposed to act like, and you guys do not act like that. That's all y'all. That's not my fault. That's your fault. Cole says exactly the same book has slave trading, guys. Yeah, I mean the Bible. I'm not going to say it condones slavery, but it absolutely has a guideline on how to treat the slaves, right? And even then, like, you know, Anton, they're going to make the argument, hey, it was back in the time, you know, and so that's why I don't really get pinned down on those arguments like that, because for the most part, Anton, when I read through the Bible, I've been trying to read through the Bible more. Like I did one video on my page where I like started reading like the book of Genesis, and I might continue going through that.
Okay.
And just 5 chapters in, I'm like, wait, hold up. The Bible ain't say none of this shit that I've been hearing Christians say up here using the book of Genesis and all this other crap. I mean, when you just go through Genesis, God is literally explaining to us how he built the like a scientific way, how he built the country, literally layers, right? Piece by piece, a transition, a process. Well, no fucking 6,000 years. The hell? You know what I mean? Lawrence, I am not starting with the New Testament because the religion starts with the old one. So I'm going to start with the Old Testament. And then, you know what I'm going to do, Lawrence? I'm going to start with the book of Enoch and all those, because, well, it was man who just up and decided those books weren't going to be part of the Bible. You know, because there was man who wrote the Bible in the first place. So I'm going to put the whole story together and tell a narrative, because the powers that be decided to take stuff out of the book to create their own narrative. That's how it's going to be. What do you think about that, Anton?
That's a fair point right there. That's a very fair point. Now, to me, I've always felt like use the basis in everything that we learn in your faith to make, like I said, to make you a better person. Take the 10 Commandments, the Beatitudes, and everything else, and you just learn to apply to make you a better person. Make yourself the better person first and live by those examples. That's how you can spread the word, by living by those examples every single day and showing people this is how I flow. This is how I move. This is how I ride. And if people see that and they want to go along with you, then you can show them how. But it's funny how people love to say, oh, I'm Christian, I'm Christian, I'm Christian. Okay, let's be honest. What denomination of Christianity do you follow? What denomination of Christianity are you a part of? So last I checked, there's many different demographics and many different denominations of Christianity.
Yeah, there is. Lawrence, there's nothing wrong with the old, but a shadow of the new. Lawrence, so hold on, Lawrence. And because I actually like some of these like theological discussions too. Again, Anton, we be all over the place, don't we? It is my understanding, Lawrence, that the Old Testament is still relevant because the Old Testament provides a foundation and the New Testament is more of the story of Christ. Right? So the Old Testament is still relevant in Christianity. I would love for that to be clarified. If anybody can anybody in the chat would like to chop shit, but it's in the Ethiopian Bible. Yeah, again, there was oh damn, he had a whole nother comment first. Hold up, Aaron. There's 7 books missing. Yeah, there's supposed to be multiple chapters. Hey, Aaron, they've been using the cool ass AI, like the scans or whatever, to read like the Dead Sea Scrolls scripts and shit like that. Because if they try to take it apart manually, it'll like rip up, it'll like, just go to dust. Like they've been doing some real cool shit with that, Aaron. Chop shit. Okay, so this was first. I heard the Book of Enoch was excluded because it contradicted Judaism. Not sure 100%, but I do know Judaism that they don't read Isaiah 53 because it foreshadows the coming of Jesus. Whoa. And, again, just piecing the bits of information, limited knowledge, we are talking about a religion that does not believe Jesus is the Son of God. Right? So it would make sense that if maybe there would be a motivation there.
Maybe.
I'm just Christ Love Velasquez, Roman 126-27, read it and stop spreading the devil's lies. I'm going to read it. Not right now. Lawrence, my friend, it is relevant, but it directs and leads to Christ, the New Testament. Right, Lawrence. So, but that's what I'm saying. So you can't. Unfortunately, Lawrence, it seemed like, and I apologize if that wasn't your intention and I read it wrong. It seemed like you was implying like the Old Testament isn't relevant anymore, and we should, because when you say I should start with the New Testament, I'm like, well, I'm missing a whole bunch of backstory from the Old Testament before I get to the new one, right? I don't like to read things out of order. You know what I mean? That's just a personal preference.
True.
Yeah, God damn, we got Boss Man CD. I predict this is what happened. Shout out to all you guys rocking with us today, man. I predict this is what happened before Trump got in office on this network. I would. For what, 2025? I wouldn't be so. A lot of us did, Boss Man. I bet you did. A lot of us did. But hey, that lady had a funny laugh, and the Haitians are eating the cats. So,
like I said, I don't remember. Is that the same Boss Man who I think it is? Is that the same Boss Man who I think it is? I think so, because I recognize that logo.
I need to start streaming a lot more than I do so I can start remembering everybody. Because I'd be going 0 Dark 30 too many times, bro. I'd be fucking disappearing, bro. Just, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. That's a name I have not seen. That's a name I have not seen in some time.
And I want to be clear, guys. That's definitely a me problem. That is not you guys' fault. That is me for treating this like a hobby, which it is. But I love you guys, man. Hey, we ain't got nothing else going on. Oh, Anton, I'm at 86 subscribers on my YouTube channel, dog. And now I can honestly say it's 30 of them are no longer just friends and family. Yeah, I mean,
everything needs a starting point, bro. Everything needs a starting point.
BMU growing in subscribers, growing in views. You know what I mean? Like, this is cool. Like apparently, us screaming into the ether, people kind of want to hear it, or at least kind of want to argue with us back and forth. What do you think about that, Anton?
Hey, that's what it's all about. I mean, the great thing about this is to get people engaged, is to get people involved, it's to get people to share, it's to get people to talk. You know, this is some great technology that I know a lot of us Gen Xers wish we had 30 years ago.
Yeah. Keith, not I never shout out Keith. I never heard of the Ethiopian version of the Bible before, but no way will I ever buy, have, or read a Trump Bible. Agreed on all fronts. So yeah, the Ethiopian Bible, Keith, is supposed to be the closest. Not gonna say it's the OG. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's supposed to be the closest to the original transcript of the Old Testament that exists on Earth. So if you get your books, your Bible translated as closely to the Ethiopian version, right? Because I know the Trump Bible's obviously trash, but the ones that's also Anton that's highly debatable because he definitely changed some of the political aspects, or he changed some of the wording for his political ambitions, was the King James version. Right. So I know there's a lot of debate with the scholars about how valid the King James is. And as you know, there's a lot of denominations of Christians in this country that love themselves the King James version.
King version. I'm not. That's true.
You know, so
that.
Hey man, new sub. Cole says new sub right here. Y'all don't sound like an epic chain. We not, bro. We debate back and forth. We disagree with each other back and forth. We gon', bro. We don't do echo chambers around here, man. Like you ain't gonna learn nothing from that. You know what I mean, Cole?
If you don't agree with us, that's okay. Just say you don't agree with us. I got nothing wrong with that. No need for the insults or anything else, too. No need for the insults. No need for the vile threats. No need for that nonsense.
And there is no need. But I hope I'm speaking for Anton when I say this too. If you are gonna say those sorts of things, again, we're gonna keep that same energy on cam, and you're gonna see our faces when we let you know about yourselves. So if you're gonna talk shit in the chat, don't whine when that energy gets sent back to you, because remember, we are not an echo chamber.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So let's see. Chopstick, that made me think of the image Trump posted. Yeah, depicting Jesus as a Christian, that truly disgusted me seeing that. And the fact that he doubled down on that crap. But again, that's a guy who doesn't take it seriously, but knows that his supporters who allegedly take it seriously are going to defend him anyway. And Chopstick, as much as there was some blowback to the Trump image of him doing that, there was a lot of people providing him cover. A lot of self-described, real devout Christians giving him cover.
And some prominent ministers too.
Yep.
That's the thing that shocks me even more. How can you call yourself a man of a person of the cloth, a shepherd to a flock, and you're defending blasphemy?
MK Ultra. Oh God, bro, my man is still going strong. All right, the email deleting pedocrats had the Epstein files for 4. Bro, didn't I already address that? Again, Anton, you know what? I'm gonna address it again. Anton, again, dog. What's up with these Republicans and they weird ass timelines? Like Epstein was arrested and died in 2019 under Donald Trump's first term. Yeah. He had a whole year and a half with all the files dealing with Epstein. Why didn't he release the files? Like, God damn.
He wanted to make sure that anything that had his name was redacted. That's why. That's what it sounds like. My thing is this. If there is a Democrat that was involved in this, whoever he or she is, punish them. Hold them accountable. I don't have a problem with that. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, y'all Gen X, my old ass. Oh, I'm millennial, bro.
Nah, I'm Gen X.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, we be respectfully, Anton, we be having to shit on Gen X sometimes. You know what
Hey,
I
man,
mean?
we
But
got zero filter. We got. Hey, look, you talk to any Gen Xer, we got zero filter. Plain and simple.
but yeah, man, hey Cole, I'm 38, bro. Definitely millennial. But yeah, man, we got everybody up here. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Anton, look at this one. Look
I'm
at
looking.
look at our guy MK. Look. Hey, bro, he going hard in the paint.
He is
Won't stop.
wholesome. Oh my god.
Oh man,
You're reaching.
he reaching hard, bro.
Yo, cultural instinct. Instinct. You are reaching.
Look, he got another gem. Pedocrats praised Obama, the Muslim, as the Messiah for 8 years.
And what if Barack Obama was Muslim? He practiced Islam. What's the big deal? It's funny, and I will say this, Susan. I think I remember saying this on BMU show at one time or somebody else's show. It's funny how people have an issue with him practice if he was practicing Islam. So what? We want, but okay, let's be honest. If we are a Christian nation per se, yes, all of our elected officials were practicing many different aspects of Christianity. But here's the funny thing about it. Last I checked, of all the Christian denominations that we have in this country, which one has the largest following? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Which one is it?
Roman Catholics. But here's the funny thing about it. Even though Roman Catholics have the largest denomination of Christians, how is it that we only have 2 presidents elected? John F. Kennedy, Joseph R. Biden.
Yep. It's Anton, I think we should probably on another panel, maybe next week or whatever. Maybe I'll hit you up and we can do something this week. We should really hash out and just really just before talking about them, just really name all the denominations of Christianity we have in this country.
Yeah.
With description, because for the Bible to be God's words, there's a lot of different interpretations of what God's word is.
Exactly. And the funny thing, a lot of people forget, a lot of the other denominations of Christianity all fall under the one umbrella of Protestant, because it meant Martin Luther, when he first wrote the Lutheran papers, protesting how things were done within the Catholic Church, which led to a lot of other denominations: Lutheran, Methodist, Baptist, Episcopalian. Some people will put Seventh-day Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Mormons in the mix as Christians, and some won't. And now, of course, you have the evangelicals. There might be some more other denominations I might be leaving out. I think Christ Scientists as well. I think I just named 9 right there off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's just the 9 we know about.
Yeah.
They couldn't. It was still under investigation. Cole, don't feed him, bro. He's gonna tell you, well, they could have released it, and then I'm gonna go and remind him that Trump probably took a lot of that files with him. Remember when he took all that classified information to Mar-a-Lago, tried to dump it in the bathroom, hide it from the feds.
Who put this gold chandelier in their bathroom?
I forgot. I'm not sure.
Have you seen anyone put a gold chandelier in the bathroom?
Yo, he's got some real tacky taste, man.
You think?
Yeah, bro. Like when the feds released the photos of the raid, and you just looking at it, I was like, this shit looks. I don't know, man. This shit look dated. Like, not like not. It don't look like the elegance he's known for. You get what I mean? Or he likes to portray himself as. It look kind of tacky. You know what I mean? But hey, look, guys. Hey, MAGA. I'm not a billionaire, so of course I don't know what taste is. You
Yeah,
know.
and ironically, he does have property not far from where I live. I think about 25 minutes. I think it's about 25, 30 minutes from where I live here in Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bedminster. You know what's so synonymous about that property?
What's up?
Guess who used to own that property?
Who?
John DeLorean.
Hmm.
DeLorean estate. And then after he got caught, getting in trouble with, riding that pale white horse and all that other stuff, Taco having to buy that property in an estate sale, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Guy match Twitch 33 here. Yeah. Ooh, 33. You're older Gen Z. You're like right there, like right there on the line. You got a lot of mixture. You probably still remember the back end of dial up in the 56K modem, I bet. Yeah, so you're still one of us, bro. Yeah. Cole says, when do y'all release your shit? Release what? Oh, I think he's talking about the documents. Yeah, I don't honestly, it's been a minute since we've done that. Oh, Cole. Yeah, so a lot of that was under like grand jury like sealed documents, and they had like a certain amount of years before they can release that sort of testimony. And that testimony, also was relevant, and by the way, happened under Donald Trump. And so it's crazy, right? Because Donald Trump could easily explain, hey guys, these documents, because of the circumstances, they were under sealed and everything. But of course, that takes away, putting the blame on Biden, because now you got to acknowledge your role and your administration's role and everything in the Epstein. Can't do that, can we?
Nah, but let's put everyone else on blast. Let's put everyone else on the bus. What that mean?
Chop shit. He took like Iranian battle plans to Mar-a-Lago with him. Chop. Yeah, Chop. It was bad. Like if any of us would have got caught with half those documents, we'd be in prison. We'd be in prison.
And there's a FCI in my home state, and I won't be doing time there.
Joey was executed in 2019 for being a pedo. What?
Oh my God.
MK, I appreciate your enthusiasm, bro, but we got to start making some more coherent comments, dog. Like this shit's just not making sense. Keith says, I'm a Baptist myself. Yeah, hey Keith, we're gonna be getting into that probably next week or something like that. I would like to hash out why the denominations are different. That's going to be going to be interesting. You know what I mean? Especially because, again, Chop, the people I go to church with tell me the denominations you affiliate with doesn't matter. What matters is your relationship with God, and not to get bogged down with all the denominations. You know what? Again, that's a good message, Chop, except the religious leadership gets bogged down with the denominations.
And they feel like it's important.
Right? It's like the people who try to suppress your vote, telling you your vote doesn't really matter. Well, why are you spending so much time trying to suppress it?
Yeah, stating the obvious, unfortunately. That's basically what it is. I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Okay. Who's it called? Oh, cultural instinct again. Can't read. Okay, who are you calling Unc? Me or Tyrese?
Probably both of us, but
Probably
dude.
me because I'm at that age.
And plus, he's firing them off left and right. He ain't the only one up in the comment section. Like, dang, you know what I mean? But we've been cooking them too long, and whew, we're about to hit the 2 hour mark. We're pretty much done here. Anton, you got any final thoughts?
Yeah, my final thoughts is this is another perfect example of 47 being 47. But at the same time, this is the same gentleman who acts like he has all the answers, and this is proof, once again, that he doesn't. He's been playing chicken with Iran for far too long, and they've called him out his bluff every single time, and they're not afraid to do it. And just to show proof that they don't have a problem calling him out his bluff, if you ever go on Instagram, they are posting these Lego videos mocking him and everyone else in his administration. And the even crazy part is a lot of the videos originally started on this platform, but now all of a sudden they're banned. I wonder why. Sounds like Tough Guy here bitched him on enough to where YouTube caved into what he had to say and decided to ban those videos. But yet you can go on Instagram and you can see those videos like it's nothing. And I've seen a few of them, and they are hilarious. So I give credit to those content creators for putting together those videos because they are funny and they are informative too. But also that just shows the type of person 47 is. He loves to talk, but he can't walk the walk. And if he if he does want to walk the walk, he makes sure that there are others surrounding him to make him look like as if, hey, you're doing a great job. This is the type of person that loves brown nosers, bootlickers, and a couple other colorful terms I am not going to say. I've never met a person who loves to flex muscle, who loves to call himself the tough guy, who loves to say how strong he is, who loves to say, I'm a lion, but throws a shit fit because of a joke Jimmy Kimmel said on his show. But he catches feelings if, say, someone in his administration makes a joke about him, which is true. Who finds a way to make fun of him here on this platform or any other platform on social media. It's funny how he loves to show he's tough and he's brash, but he can't handle it himself. He doesn't have a problem shooting strays at anyone and everyone. But you fire those same strays back at him, or you fire some serious strays at him, you'll find him in a hole dug in the ground, in the fetal position, sucking his thumb and probably wetting his pants too. But hey, what the fuck do I know? And that's all I gotta say. You know, some words worth thinking about. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming up tonight, Anton. When I end the stream, I'm just going straight to bed, man. So, I'll see you and then the other panels, and I'll see you next week, bro. Have a good one.
You as well, and everyone else, y'all be safe.
Hell yeah. Guys, yeah, we bounced all over the place. Y'all was going hard in the paint, in the comments. Love it. Love it. Keep that same energy. Just remember, guys, and you Republican dudes especially, man, you're gonna talk that much shit. I don't whine. Don't whine when I start roasting you back. Right? What goes around comes around. Treat other people how you would like to be treated. And when you be throwing them haymakers up in the comment section, guess how you told me you would like to be treated. You know what I mean? So, hey, if that's going to be our relationship, that's fine. If we're going to be chill, that's fine too. If we're going to be doing it all the time, love it, guys. But at the end of the day, please share your opinions, share everything, because one thing we are not around here, we're not an echo chamber. Again, like, we're not trying to say that everybody can't agree, but we ain't going to be here glazing each other all the damn time. One thing we're not going to do, by the way, audience, is glaze corporations. Because my final thoughts: Apple fined 1.84 billion euro. Meta fined 797 million euro. Google fined 2.9 billion euro. Apple fined another 500 mil. Meta fined another 200 mil. And then X fined 120 million euro. What do all of these fines have in common? These were fines our American tech bros had to pay for breaking laws and regulations in the European Union. The lefty, socialist, soft people always worried about climate change can stand up to our fucking tech bros. But our American people can't. We actively let them walk all over us. You Republican voters specifically have enabled them to walk all over us. And so now, as an American, I got to be impressed when other countries hold our corporations accountable, because I already know I don't live in a fucking country where we're capable of doing the same. It is the absolute truth that, yes, there are men absolutely above the law. That no man is above the law, horseshit. Our constitutional rights being sacred, horseshit. Holding corporations and bad actors accountable, horseshit. All the crap that we tell ourselves as fellow Americans, horseshit. Right now, other countries' leaders are showing more effective leadership and trying to hold non-human entities accountable, while we just sit here and take it. We sit here and make excuses for the corporations who, if they could legally bring back indentured servitude and not pay anybody, they abso-fucking-lutely would, and watch you Republican dudes defend that shit. Well, technically, right? Watch you motherfuckers all of a sudden, hey, well, money technically is a social construct. That's how much bootlicking you conservative Republican voters are with your corporate slave masters. They actively fire your fellow Americans, including you, and you cheerlead it on. They actively tell you if they could replace you with the non-American, or worse, a fucking robot, they're going to be in a rush to do that, and you cheerlead that bullshit on. That's why my patience level for you guys is really, again, at an all-time low. I told you guys before, again, I'm trying to be charitable. I know some of you guys are trying to turn a new leaf, but you really got to be told about yourself until you guys actually vote for the change you say you now believe in. I am going to keep my foot on your goddamn neck until the midterms. And I'm going to keep my foot on your goddamn neck in the 2028. And then I'm going to keep my foot on your goddamn neck until I bite the dust. Because every single time my fellow Americans get comfortable and get complacent, this is the shit we end up having to deal with. A culture war that ends up destroying everything else around us. Our country is actively dying. Nobody can hop on our interstate right now and say anything is remotely comparable to a first world country. We are the so-called richest country in the world. And yet we don't have health care for all of our Americans, but we'll give billions of dollars to other countries with universal health care. You see, we as Americans have been convinced to hate socialism, aka literally investing into us, right? We have been convinced that investing into your fellow American is socialist, communist, Marxist bullshit that must be eradicated. But giving $20 billion to Israel and Argentina and all these other countries with socialist, commie, Marxist shit is A-okay. That's the logic of Republican men. Everybody else can get the cool shit except your homegrown nation. Republican men love taking care of everyone except their own village. That is the reality. You guys have taken care of China. You guys have taken care of Mexico. You guys have taken care of Argentina. You've taken care of Israel. You've been taking care of Western Europe for goddamn 30-something years. But when it's time to take care of your own fellow Americans, pick yourself up by the bootstraps, you fucking leecher. That's what you guys have told not only the world, but your fellow Americans. So, yes, you guys, Republicans, I do believe in you, but what's also true is that you don't deserve any grace. You don't deserve for anybody to come off your back. Nobody should give you any breathing room. You don't deserve any of that because right now you cannot be trusted at your own devices. Because right now, with your devices, we got a guy named Elon Musk who's now the richest man on earth, enabled by you guys, stole all of our data, sold it to the third party, and he don't even want to live on this fucking planet. Because of you, you enabled guys like Peter Thiel, who wants to be a transhuman robot or whatever the fuck he be talking about. You guys whine about great replacement and then go run off to Asia and go get with a Thailand or Chinese or Filipino girl, as if you ain't replacing yourselves. And then worse than that, it's not good enough to just replace the people that are like you. Now you're replacing human beings under your leadership, under your watch, under your ability, Republican and conservative male, to constantly vote for the politicians that deregulated these corporations and lowered their taxes. These corporations are using all that money and all that power that we gave them, that we as a collective gave them, and they decide we're not good enough, bring on the robots. Republican man, you did that. Birth rates are going down. It's because you made this country unaffordable. Nobody wants to have families anymore. Well, probably because you forced it so that everybody here got to put in 60, 80-hour work weeks. Nobody wants to work anymore. Well, when you're constantly closing down fucking factories, that tends to happen. When you're constantly outsourcing jobs, even your telemarketing jobs, that tends to happen. People tend to have a hard time finding jobs. When you're fucking voting for policies that actively replace labor with robots, it's real fucking hard to find a job. When you start illegal wars in the Middle East, it's really hard to save money when you got to go to the gas tank and fill. Again, the average is $4.50. This is a result of men in charge of the country for decades who cannot be trusted at their word because they never had a track record of keeping their word. And instead of holding our leaders to the top We instead make excuses for them and then blame people in worse positions than we are for the plight of our country. Instead of blaming the elected leaders that are supposed to fix the problems in the first place. And so it's like one of the biggest problems too in America is that we don't take our constitutional rights seriously. And so sometimes I feel like, man, I am talking to a wall. I am talking to the ether. I'm going to keep going because that's all I know what to do. But I just got to let you fellow Americans know, and especially Republican men, you have made fixing this country damn near impossible. And the reality is you continue to. With all the bullshit you continue to excuse, even now, you make this shit hard. And you're making it hard for no reason. And I'm not sure if we could turn it around. One thing's for sure. We can't turn it around without you guys. But in order for us to turn it around, I need MAGA to be replaced with our traditional moderate white guy. Again, like I said at the beginning of this thing, there was a great replacement. Our traditional white guys got replaced with dumbass MAGA ideology. We need a reversal. Please, guys, find your fucking balls, leave MAGA, and come back to the table. Or this country is going to fucking crumble. We are going to go the way of all these other empires. And what's crazy, guys, again, it didn't need to happen. It doesn't need to happen. So with everything going on, please, man, please dig deep. Because if you don't dig deep and you still stuck on all these culture wars and trying to self-segregate without self-segregate while then integrating with people overseas and then still arguing about your race relations, right? And still telling black people to get over slavery, despite the fact that you can't get over the fact that you lost the Civil War, right? Like, you guys got to get rid of these fucking hypocrisies, because this hypocrisies is taking our nation down. I believe in you guys as much as all the shit talking I say, guys. I believe in you guys, but do you believe in yourselves? Or are you going to continue just letting Daddy Trump tell you whatever it is you want to hear and repeating whatever it is he wants you to repeat? If that's the case, fine. But I need all you Republican men, take off those "don't tread on me" flags. You don't fucking deserve those anymore. And those are my final thoughts. You guys all have a great night. Please think about what I said. For those of you who can't be helped, screw you. For those of you who can be, give yourself a gut check. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.